South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world. Our gaming amenities include over 60 table games and over 2,600 of the most popular slot and video poker machines. We have penny slots, including the popular Buffalo games, and real machines like Wheel of Fortune, Triple Sevens, and Megabucks. If you prefer video poker, try Deuces Wild, Double Double Bonus, or a variety of multi-denomination games. Or try your hand at one of the most popular casino table games in the world, Blackjack. Don't let the game intimidate you. Blackjack, also known as 21, is both easy and fun. And our dealers are always happy to assist. And the best part? Blackjack always pays 3 to 2. Next, check out the roulette tables. Roulette is one of the easiest casino games to learn, and so much fun to play. It's a favorite of both beginners and seasoned players. In addition to blackjack and roulette, our casino pit features over 60 popular table games like Baccarat, Pai Gow Poker, 3-Card Poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Mississippi Stud. So get out of your room and come join in the fun.
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? And had me laughing. How's it going? It's Frank and Jeff Friday, not to be confused with Jeff Saturday, the former Baltimore Colt, Indianapolis Colt. Here on the first day of, I got a flag on the play already on Jeff Saturday. It's the first day of Brovember, so I want my bro, Jeff Parles here. Hello and welcome to the show, and thanks for watching Lunch with Punch, ladies and gentlemen. The show's a fun mix of sports, comedy, conversation, viral videos, and some sports gambling advice. I'm your host, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan, Frank Nicotero. And you know what? Today's show, I want to show up, and I warm up the same way Luka Doncic does, and I can't believe he did this again. Watch this shot, Jeff. Just warming up. I'll just stand here in the stands. Throws it every day. Now, if I'm a promoter, I want he and Steph Curry to do some sort of trick shot competition for charity where they just do stuff like that, because that's amazing. Luka, mid-season form already. But anyway, Luka does that every pregame. And speaking of pregame, Jeff Parles, is there anything better than Sauce Gardner taking the field in a Halloween costume last night? I don't even know if this was on the broadcast or it didn't pop out, but here's Sauce coming out as Michael Myers. That's pretty awesome. I am now a bigger Sauce Gardner fan than I was. Pretty cool. On the show in 40 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, the segment that's sweeping the nation. It's the return of the director of the sportsbook here at the South Point Casino. Judge Chris Andrews will be back, and yes, the gavel is already in place. Sitting next to the gavel is the co-host of Sports by the Book and the Jets' #1 superfan. It's Jeff Parles. I'm going to clap for Jeff Parles because we're always happy on Fridays to have him here. Looking good in the Mizzou jersey. Another flag on me. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm going to need one of these for later. I can't tell you why, but Vince knows that. I'll give it back to you. Jeff, how do you feel about your Jets last night?
Well, first off, I'd like Sauce Gardner to actually care about his play more than in the Michael Myers mask. But
right.
That's a different time, a different discussion for it. Well, look, it just keeps everyone around for another week.
Right.
I don't know.
What are you, 3-6 now?
3-6, pathetic.
And everyone keeps talking about the schedule. The
schedule is pretty easy. Than that, but again, what has this team shown you that they can go on any sort of real run?
Yes. Wait a second. I just remembered. Oh, yeah, you already played the Steelers.
Oh, actually.
You better go to that pocket. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on a second.
Someone owes me a Finsky. Oh, he's throwing stuff at me the whole show.
There we go.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
The least crisp $5 bill of all time, basically.
This will be 1 gallon of gas for me this weekend. There you go.
No. What are you talking about? Gas prices are down now. Frank will be 1.5 gallons now for you.
Well,
maybe even more.
Well, I go to full
you don't
service.
live in California anymore.
I know. No, you're right. It's like $3.85, so it's a gallon and a half. So anyway, the Jets win. Everyone's talking about Garrett Wilson's catch, which was an amazing catch. But you watched the game. I saw you live tweeting it, as you always do, or a lot of tweets. You're not in a great mood. I thought you'd be like, yeah, we got this one. No one thought we'd win.
No, well, no one thought we'd win. They would be their favorite in the game.
Can we talk about that? Thank you for pointing that. All week I kept saying, why are the Texans underdogs going against the Jets?
Perfect. You have played.
I know they do.
You have played the role perfectly.
That's me.
You've now worked here for how long?
A year.
Frank's show's been on the air over a year.
A little over
right?
a year.
You have not picked up a single thing from the guys in the back then.
I asked Vinny about it. Vinny's a Jets fan. He popped in yesterday when Brendan Gaughan was here and Joe D'Amico. And he's like, yeah, I just didn't make sense. But then my buddy Frank Murgy, who's a big fan of Jeff Parles, probably watching. He's like, oh, the Jets. This is the NFL setting this up for the Jets to cover.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, not setting it up.
But this was the classic. And then, of course, I said this on Thursday morning that, hey, all of your Square friends are going to be on Houston today, so bet the Jets.
Right.
And then someone.
Am I a Square?
Yes.
Oh, damn
it. It's okay. It's okay.
All right.
You haven't been around it too long. But I thought this was a good spot. In Houston, who has been a pretty fraudulent 6-2
their offensive
going
line,
that interior, that offensive line is going to get C.J. Stroud killed at this point.
And he's got happy feet back there. Again, maybe not necessarily a sophomore slump, but they're not the team. Last year they snuck up on everybody. Right, and this year people are expecting them. They're still a good team.
I mean, they're
probably
still
win the AFC South.
They're still going to win. They're still going to probably win 9 or 10 games. They're still going to win the division because no one else behind
the Colts
them.
So don't.
I'll save that for later.
Okay.
But
Joey Flacco.
Doesn't matter. Houston already beat them twice as it is anyway. And sometimes you just have to look at that point differential, Frank Nicotero.
Well,
the Houston Texans are 3 games over 500 with a +1 point differential.
And the point differential, I think, is a key that people look at. And the Steelers, for once, are, I think, second or third in the NFL.
Pittsburgh's actually got a real
point differential. Is actually real.
Plus 60.
68?
Is my math right? Yeah, it's 68.
I think it's 68 because I read it. Yeah,
no, that's actually a sign of a reasonable team having that good of a point differential.
Exactly. It's no Kenny Pickett. All right, we have some top of show breaking video that we want to show you guys right off the top of the show. And the Chicago Bears social media team, pretty funny. They went trick-or-treating in the locker room. Sean, crank this up. Jeff's got to see this. Let's see what they can get from the players' lockers. Here's our first of 2 breaking videos.
Uh-oh.
Right there, black hole.
Trick or treat.
There we go. So, bag of Doritos, that's a good catch.
Thank you. Happy Halloween.
Oh, you trick or treating?
Yeah, trick or treat.
Glasses or a hat?
The glasses.
A hat?
Thank you.
What'd they take?
Beard.
Glasses.
No, actually, I need this.
Okay, I need this.
Knee pad.
Some knee pads.
You need vision? How's your eyesight?
How's your eyesight?
Thank you. Some gloves and a sock.
A sock. One sock.
Thank you.
Trick or treat, smell my feet,
There's Caleb.
give you some good
Bottle of
drink.
water. Very healthy.
Good health.
Think they get some tape? There's some tape. I love that.
Trick or treat.
The bucket's full.
What is that?
An iPad?
Trick or treat.
I don't have anything to give right now. What have you got so far? You can actually have these.
Thank you.
I don't know what he was doing up there. What is that
Thank you.
last thing? There's some candy or lottery tickets. What was that? It's hard to tell what that last one was. Spider? Okay, there you go. All right, Jeff, how was your trick-or-treat? Did you have a bunch of trick-or-treaters or did you go trick-or-treating?
No, on the second one. The first one, they were for the now just for whatever reason. So my where we live is.
What's your address again?
Not telling you that. There's a gate, so it's unless if it's kids that happen to live in the neighborhood.
They win by living near you.
Yeah, they don't come around. So this year I bought the smallest bag of candy I possibly could. I bought some regular M&Ms for $4 at Vons, and no one showed up.
Now, do you buy the candy? See, do you buy candy that you like, so it's left over, or do you buy candy you don't like, so you don't eat it all?
Normally I buy candy I do like. This week I bought candy that I'm indifferent to. Next year I'll probably go to candy I don't like, so then the winners of that will be the people here in this studio.
There you go, exactly. Yeah. Vince brought in some little prepared bags he brought in, and Sean gave us some M&Ms.
Sean gave us some good on Sean.
Oh, you got a Milky Way. You got here early. early.
I got the last Milky Way in there. I'm going to save it for the end.
That's a good
of
one.
The show. Maybe even the end of Football Frenzy today.
There you go.
Which, do you know what time Football Frenzy is
3
today?
3 o'clock.
Close enough. 2 o'clock today.
It's Friday, 2 o'clock. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more breaking video. And this is the coolest video of the day, I think. So you always wonder how they get the last ball authenticated at the end of a World Series. So you remember the last out was a strikeout, Walker Buehler. It just stands there. So who has the ball? Will Smith, the catcher Will Smith, who was it 5 years in a row? Will Smith won the World Series? Or
Dating
6?
back to 2020.
Yeah, 5 or 6.
That's 5 years now.
There you go. Thank you for the math.
Yeah.
So anyway,
think about it.
Watch this. This is this follows the authenticators out. So they get to find out. They're like, Will Smith, swarm. So they know he's got it. So they want to authenticate with the little sticker. So the guy runs out there. Will, give me the ball.
We need to authenticate it and give it back to you.
Okay, so he authenticates it. That's pretty awesome. I got to give it to Walker Buehler. And then he has to do one last thing.
Just do us a favor, hold
we
it
have to take a picture. And there he's holds the ball, shoves in his pocket. Did he or did he not give it to Walker Buehler? That was pretty cool to see how these guys have to scramble out there and get the last ball to authenticate it so it can later be sold for a lot of money.
You know what? That's a lot of humility of Will Smith to actually give the ball to his pitcher. If I was, again, thank goodness I'm not, for the sake of whatever baseball teams are out there. But if I was the one who had...
You'd hold on to it?
Oh, 100%. I'd not go to anyone else.
You also figure, though, that the Dodgers would want to, like, display that, like, in their, their office.
The Hall of Fame would have wanted, the Dodgers may want it. But no, look, we remember when the Red Sox finally won in 2004 that there was a whole spat because...
That's right.
Because it was, Doug Mankiewicz was the first baseman.
Later played for the Pirates.
Yes.
That's right. So, yeah, that's right. That whole thing over the ball.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that?
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's right. It was.
By the way, I did watch the Netflix special on the 04 Red Sox.
Was it good?
I actually, this is going to sound weird. Right. I actually thought the part on the series itself was lacking. The other parts of it I thought were good.
I haven't checked it out yet.
The first episode was all the season before. I thought that was good.
Okay.
The stuff on 04, the season, I thought was solid, but I thought the series stuff needed a little bit more than it was.
And that's on net. What's your Netflix password?
FrankNicotero.com.
I watched for the 4th time. I know it's weird. I just watched the entire Menendez thing again. I'm joking.
Why is anything in baseball anything?
Why is anything in baseball anything, ladies and gentlemen? We have a drop board now. I love it. Let's see. Today on the Punch Menu, comedy clip of the day. Just a couple of seconds. Picks at 12:36, and we'll end the show with the bonus pick, Kenny White's Dog of the Day. And in Punch Bowl Pundits, you'll get to see some top Halloween costumes. That's all coming up. But first, comedy clip of the day. We love when clips busting diehard fans, right? People are like, oh, diehard fan. Okay, well, tell us what college Aaron Judge went to. What college did Aaron Judge go to, Jeff?
Fresno State.
Damn it. What about Shohei Ohtani?
Did not go to college.
Damn it. All right, then you are a diehard. Watch this. Comedy clip of the day. It's kind of funny because they like to bust fans who think they're diehards and know so much about their teams, but they really don't. Some of them do. Here we go.
Bandwagon or diehard?
We're diehard, baby.
Where did Ohtani go to college?
This is just like...
Aaron Judge go to college? Where did Ohtani go to college?
Covers up the camera.
Who would know that?
Who would know that?
Where did Ohtani go to college?
I'm not crazy for Ohtani.
Oh, diehard. Where did Ohtani go to college?
I have no idea.
Diehard. Where did Ohtani go to college? Probably like community college somewhere. I don't know.
I'm a diehard.
Where did Aaron Judge go to college?
He didn't go to college. Diehard.
Where did Ohtani go to college?
Texas A&M?
Diehard.
Texas A&M? Just guessing.
Oh, I don't know that.
Which country?
Which country? Germany?
I go to the World
What?
Series every year.
Germany.
Go to college. Stanford?
Diehard.
Stanford's at least a logical guess.
Where did Aaron Judge go to college? You don't know?
No, it's a good one. Nah, just kidding, man. I come only about 30 games a year.
Where did Ohtani go to college?
Ah, shit.
Bandwagon.
Where did Ohtani go to
She said bandwagon.
To USC.
Bandwagon.
Where did Ohtani go to college?
He didn't go to college. You're from Japan.
No, I'm bandwagon. I got into them this year. Where did Ohtani go to college?
You didn't play in college. You went pro in Japan.
There you go.
So,
Fresno State, homie.
Yeah, no shit.
Aaron Judge go to college?
Fresno State.
Diehard, grew up in New York. Where did Aaron Judge go to college? Fresno State.
There we go.
Dodgers.
Where did Aaron Judge go to college?
Fresno State.
Diehard, baby. Where did Aaron Judge go to college?
Fresno State.
Where did Juan Soto go to college?
He didn't go to college. I'm from the Dominican Republic.
You are a diehard. The ultimate diehard fan.
And they gave him tickets. How about that?
Wow, thank you so much, Shake Fake.
So there you go. So know your star players.
Okay,
colleges.
all right. I will say this, Frank.
Okay.
It is very hard, like for baseball wise, because it's not like in the NFL where
it's on TV.
Everyone knows that Caleb Williams went to USC after starting at Oklahoma.
Very good.
Everyone knows that Jaden Daniels finished at LSU and started at Arizona State. Most people know that Patrick Mahomes went to Texas Tech.
Right. Are you going to list all the colleges?
No, but I'm just making my
that's
point
true.
here.
With baseball,
but
it is
like
different.
baseball, it's a little bit different.
A lot
of guys just come from high school. I'm a little disappointed in all the Dodger fans not knowing that Ohtani just didn't go to college. That should have been kind of.
USC, Texas A&M.
Look, the USC, the Stanford guesses are fine. But you kind of should have figured, hey, this guy just came straight from Japan. Judge is like,
whoa.
Hey, I don't have a problem if people got Judge. Like, I get it. Like, it's hard, but again, I knew it. But I'm not the normal I'm not the normal person. I know that.
You are not. Jeff, you are not the normal person. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for roll call. Let's see who's in the chat room. I said, what would be a good category for Jeff and I to debate later on with Judge Chris Andrews? So here we go. Wow, we have a busy room. Erin O'Connor was first in. She said, talk about NIL. Vince Las Vegas, NBA power plays. What? What? B-Town Dummy. Variety headline for Nicotero's Thursday bets. Sucker if you didn't take the chucker, but nix the picks. For, you know what? This is an insight. I have a thing called the chucker bet that I do. It's just the longest completion of the game. And I got it with C.J. Stroud. Didn't get it with Aaron Rodgers. Okay.
I like it. That's actually good. That's actually good.
Joey B is watching. And it looks like he has some lines for us.
Oh, God. Joey, you're going to owe us 5 years salary at the end of this.
Odds on the jersey size of Parles Mizzou jersey, large, extra large. Jeff Parles, a Jersey kid in Mizzou. How the heck did that happen? That's a good question. How'd you end up at Missouri?
They wanted to change of pace.
That's
all it is.
Joey B. Parles gave me...
Hold on a second.
Oh, wait.
Hold on a second. What are the odds? How badly did Joey B. butcher the odds on the jersey
size? He
size?
has large minus 105, XL minus 110. XXL plus 100. No one buys jerseys that big.
You know what? I'm not even going to justify. I'm not even justifying it. It's one of the first two, but the odds are that
you don't like the odds.
That's corrupt bookmaking by Joey B.
He's requesting some inside info on Colorado State at Nevada Reno.
Yeah, good luck.
Don't you want to appease him with anything? What can you tell? Anything?
That's all I'll say. Good luck.
Good luck.
It all depends on who's playing quarterback for Nevada. We don't know yet because of
it's
injuries.
Colin Kaepernick.
Not quite.
Okay.
Yeah, it's either Lewis, who's been awesome this year, who's battling injury, or it's Brock Purdy's brother.
Okay, what candy?
By the way, do you know Brock Purdy's?
Brock Purdy's brother?
Brock Purdy's brother is not good, by the way. You know what his name is?
Very.
Chuba.
Chuba Purdy?
Yeah.
That was very Purdy. That was a perfectly thrown flag by Jeff Parles. Last one from Joey B. What candy you gave out? Snickers is even money. Twix minus 100.
Who is that from?
Charleston Chew plus 400.
What is going on with Joey B?
He loves you. He always does this with you.
No. Joey B's going corrupt bookmaking style
Marathon
here
bars
today.
plus 1,500. Milky Way minus 105. Butterfingers minus 110.
What is going on?
M&M's minus 109. Peanut M&M's minus 130.
It was regular M&M's.
Regular M&M's. That was minus 109.
Okay, I don't know where Joey's getting these numbers today. Very strange bookmaking from Joey B.
Oh my God, Joey B's going nuts. On what college universities that Parles got accepted to besides Mizzou? Seton Hall plus 275, St. John's plus 250, Oklahoma State minus 350, Miami minus 225, Miami of Ohio even, which has a good broadcasting program, I think is why he's thinking that, right? I don't know. Any of those schools, other schools, or is it all Mizzou?
You know what? I'm scared Joey B's going to try to steal my social security number at this point. But I'll be very quick here. Very quick on this. Mizzou was the only school I applied for. I had the application filled out for 2 other schools.
Okay.
But didn't send them in because I had already decided.
All right.
Do you want to guess?
Yes. What were they? Were they any at Seton Hall?
They were none. They were not in
Syracuse.
None of the above of what Joey mentioned. None of them.
Ohio State.
No. Penn State and American University.
American in D.C., right?
Yeah, we're the only 2.
Interesting. Little Jeff Parles facts.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. What the hell? You can have your flag back. I'll give you that back. All right, it's time for Lines of the Night, ladies and gentlemen. It's November. Apparently, we found a forever home for Binks the cat. Just everyone, if you're worried about Binks the cat from That's Scary, he's fine. He has a forever home. So lines of the night, it's black and gold. You're wearing black and mustard?
It's technically gold, but it's more mustard.
And we'll get to why we're both wearing these in a minute. But what do you have for us? This is a Jets-themed lines of the night in honor of Jeff Parles being here.
I don't know if that's in honor of anything other than let's continue the season for one more week.
What do you got?
Aaron Rodgers, who played as bad of a half as I can remember in the first half. He was terrible. Aaron Rodgers is the only quarterback in the National Football League in the last 30 years to get shut out in the first half, but then throw a touchdown pass on every single one of his team's drives in the second half, excluding the kneel down, which was to end the game.
You can't count that.
It's also kind of crazy the Jets only had 3 drives in the second half. Just
that's what's surprising to me.
Shows how long their drives were in that second half.
Chewing the clock.
But look, that was, for the Jets' perspective, the season was over if they lose that game. You're not coming like you're probably not coming back from 2-6. You're definitely not coming back from 2-7.
2-7, no.
But look,
they were alive in the second half.
They extend their season for one more week and
give you fans hope, and
let the Jet fans be delusional for another week.
Okay, that was from our friends over at OptiStats. Great follow. Make sure you follow them. All right, for my. By the way, we keep saying how crazy these things are, but we're making a line of the night because it's November. We want to move on. Brovember. This one just brutal. Okay, I saw this play happen live. Jeff, I need to know your reaction at home. Let's reenact the moment that Malachi Corley.
Well, first off, excuse me.
Right, Malachi.
What? Malachi.
I call him Malachi.
Well, Malachi,
two reasons. I just did a
Malachi botchy display, Frank.
You know what I'm thinking? And I taught the Malachi Crunch on Happy Days. Remember that was the Demolition Derby, the Malachi Crunch. So when I see that name, I think Malachi.
So I'll just be very quick.
Malachi's Children of the Corn.
I'll just be very quick with this.
Right.
Of course, Deshaun Jackson's the first one who did this, and we're talking like 15 years ago at this point.
But the amount of times
how does this keep happening?
I mean, if I'm a coach,
how does this keep happening? It's immediate to me. If I were running a team,
it's ridiculous.
You do this, you're at best getting a fine for conduct.
You lose a game check. You lose a game check.
Detrimental to the team at best.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It keeps happening. Now, look,
and a rookie.
And it was the first time he'd been active all year as well. So it was actually a great play design. They were doing under and around.
It was a great play.
Great play design, easy touchdown, and it's not because he dropped the ball before it goes into the end zone. Ball goes out of the end zone. It's a touchback instead. Jet fans are aggravated. I just was laughing. I was like, this unprofessional nonsense.
And now Michaels are just like, oh,
but
God.
The biggest problem, but look, I'm never an advocate of people whining about losing bets on Twitter. I'm never an advocate of that.
It was 100-1.
This is one of those where if you're whining about it, you are 100% justified.
I thought I saw it even at like 500-1 on some sites.
Possible.
But someone had the bet. You can see that someone had. What'd they have on it? $5?
Yeah, there was someone else who had $100 on it.
Yeah, it would have been a nice hit right there at 100-1. And you're celebrating. It's a touchdown, no flags. But then they review every scoring play unless it's a face mask on Sam Darnold. All right.
Yeah,
exactly.
but I will say this for that happening again. I don't advocate. Like I said, don't advocate whining about losing bets. This is the one time where it's justified.
I'm going to leave my $5 from Jeff Parles right there, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's move on to the national days. We like to do this for fun. It's November 1st. Now, October. A lot of people around here complain I would give too many for the national days with the one fake one in there. I think it's 18 today. We're going to run down them quickly. Jeff.
What?
It's a lot. Hey, the national calendar days are busy on November 1st. So here we go. Listen up.
Is Dia de los Muertos on there today?
I'm kind of, no, yes. Well, here we go, yes. Yeah. National Jersey Day, explaining why Jeff and I are wearing jerseys.
That one is true.
That one is real. I'm giving you guys that one. Don't put down Jersey Day. National Brush Your Teeth Day, International Pet Groomer Appreciation Day, National Pate Day, Scented Candle Day, Go the Extra Mile Day, National Vinegar Day, National Calzone Day, World Vegan Day, Gumboot Friday, Day of the Dead, National Cook for Your Pets Day, National Celebrity Impression Day, National Cinnamon Day, National Deep Fried Clams Day, Fountain Pen Day, and All Saints Day. Now, okay, and Derek Carr is starting on All Saints All Day weekend. So anyway, one of those is fake.
Is November 1 All Saints Day?
I don't know. Yes,
I'm pretty sure.
That one is confirmed.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I just
that
want
one
to double
is
check.
confirmed.
Because I know that's a real holiday. I just didn't know what day it
and
was.
Jersey Day, that's why we were
and
wearing
obviously
jerseys.
You mentioned the Day of the Dead, which we always know is the day after Halloween.
Correct.
Oh, boy. I am going with the Brush Your Teeth Day,
Your
whatever
teeth
the
day.
heck
All
that
right,
one
behind the
was.
glass, they put up on the board. Scented Candle Day, says Sean. Vince says cook for your pets. And
You know, I'm thinking that it would never be National Cook Your Pets Day.
cook for your pets day. Not cook. You're doing Emily Latella over there? Were you really? Oh, my God. Anyone over 50, thank you for getting Emily Latella. Oh, my God. She was doing Gilda Radner sketch from 50 years ago. But yet, that's why we are twin flames. The fake one of the day is National Celebrity Impression Day. Is a made-up one, but the irony that Ann just did a celebrity impression. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, that is not a thing. But anyway, Cinnamon Day, deep-fried clams, gumboot, calzone, vinegar.
Gumboot's ridiculous. Also, isn't November 1st a weird day for Fried Clams Day?
It is. Yeah, you would think it would. Yeah,
wouldn't it be earlier?
By the way, National World Vegan Day. I think, according to vegans, that's every day.
That's not a holiday.
They want to talk about it all day. All right. By the way, celebrity birthdays. Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, Red Hot Chili Peppers lead singer Anthony Kiedis turned 62. Former Playmate and judge on Masked Singer Jenny McCarthy Wahlberg turns 52. Here's the AI magic with everything combined. Here we go. And in the machine, there we go. Okay. There's Jenny McCarthy coming out of some sort of cake. Oh, scented candle.
It's a
Jenny McCarthy scented candle.
It's with the cinnamon on the.
She's got cinnamon because it's Cinnamon Day. And there's Anthony Kiedis wearing a Red Hot Chili Peppers styled shirt.
Looks great.
He has angel wings. Is it Day of the Dead on that? Is that what's going on?
I would say so.
And he's got, I don't know what other combination. Oh, the extra mile day. Maybe he's running a mile.
Devil horns coming out of his head.
He has, Day of the Dead. There you go. Yeah. That's actually a solid one. I like that one a lot. Very good. Very good. Very good. All right, it's time for Jeff's favorite thing. We got the Punch Bowl coming out. Punch Bowl pundits, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for it. Here we go. Jeff, here we go. Let's get the comments.
Let's get the rushing water.
Okay, what number have you drawn first, sir?
Ooh, number one.
I like
number one. All right. One of one.
One of one. All right, Jeff. What is the question?
If this is directed for me, so if I had to dress as your favorite athlete as a youngster, who would it have been?
Who would have you dressed as your favorite athlete?
I'm trying to think.
The youngster. It's a go under 12.
So, well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you my favorite one that I ever did, and I was not 12. I was a little bit older, but it's close enough, so it will make sense here. I think I was 13, so I was close.
All right.
I was Eric Mangini.
The coach of the Jets?
The coach of the Jets one year. The year they made the playoffs.
Oh,
that was my favorite one of the athletes.
Is Craig Parles or any Parles people watching with
he
that
has to help me out there because I don't remember the rest of it, but I remember the Mangini one.
Okay.
I had a Jets polo. I had a blow up headset on. It was good stuff.
Oh my God, we need a photo of that.
Stuff.
I'd probably go Willie Stargell. Willie Stargell was my hero at or like Lynn Swan, probably something back in the early 80s. In retrospect, I'm kind of surprised.
Unless if I'm forgetting, I don't know if I went as Piazza back in the day. That was one that. Because he had the mustache.
I met Mike Piazza at the Key Club, which was a bar on Hollywood Boulevard, a club. I was in the VIP room, and he was hanging out with Ron Jeremy. All right, next, let's move on to the clip. Let's move on to the clip. Yeah, I'm telling you. Here's the clip, ladies and gentlemen. The reason I asked you is because Topps Cards. Look at these kids. So first of all, we got Caitlin Carlin.
Oh, that's fun.
Caitlin Clark. So this little girl had the Caitlin Clark card, and what's that? Yeah, and then there's another clip, right, of a bunch of them, right? Do you have that one? No? All right, that's all right. There was a bunch of kids dressed up.
That's fun. That's fun.
What? Oh, she has. Here we go. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Look at this. So what do we have there? I can't even tell who that is.
Okay, so Andre Agassi's on the far left.
Tom Brady.
Behind us. Then Brady. Then
who's the Cardinal?
I think it's just a kid as a Cardinal.
Okay, and then Bryce Harper with the beard.
And then I don't know what. That's Paul Skeens on the far right.
Paul Skeens. It's a little kid with the mustache.
Yeah.
I love that. Or he had puberty early, but that's a very good one. So Topps Cards is bigger than ever right now, and they do a really good job on Instagram. And they're constantly putting out signed cards right away. They had a Kirk Gibson and Freddie Freeman won the next day with both of their home runs after game one. So kudos to you, Topps. Oh, wait, I have more. Yeah, there's more. There's a multiple choice question. Oh, don't show that. Wait.
I can't
Okay, good. You can't see it? All right. Well, they're also doing cards for A, Westminster Dog Show Dogs, B, Cornhole competitors, sponsored by Johnson Sausage, or C, pro pickleball circuit?
God.
What do you think?
I'm going with the dogs because that might actually.
And reveal?
Yeah.
It is dogs, ladies and gentlemen. Bone of bone! Beyond.
Beyond.
B-O-N-E.
Beyond.
Bone of bone. One of one. So, yeah, the Westminster Dog Show, which is that's a big Thanksgiving thing, right? I think it's on the day before or the day after. Westminster Dog Show. I was watching.
On the day. It's after the Macy's Day.
Yeah, it's after Macy's. Yeah, so there you go. You got trading cards now for dogs. Oh, why not? Why not? Everyone else has one. All right, Jeff, pull another one from the punch bowl. We got picks coming up in about 6.5 minutes. All right, what do we got? What number? You ripped it. Jesus.
4.
Number 4.
4.
All right. Go ahead.
Does this image of the Dodgers coming home on the Patriots plane bother me?
All right, I really misspelled. I spelled Pariots. I didn't put a T.
I knew what it was.
Thank you for covering me. All right, we're all this. So here we go. So what the heck's going on? So the Dodgers come home. They have the fire hoses spraying over it. It's like, what? It's the Patriots plane?
Yeah, I'm super confused by this.
Apparently the Patriots, I mean, this is how much the city of Boston hates New York, that they offered the Dodgers their plane. So they flew home in the New England Patriots. Maybe you would think the Dodgers would have their own luxury liner plane.
Now, I don't know what it would be, but that's if it is the Patriots giving them the plane, that's very big loser energy from the Patriots.
It is, right?
That more than anything, but whatever. I know that the Patriot plane, I know that JetBlue has a few branded planes like that. They have a jet as well.
Then maybe that's it.
But yeah, whatever. It is what it is.
There is, I believe
really
it's Japanese Air Nippon. Is that Andrew Binder right there? It is. They have a Shohei Ohtani plane. Was that Andrew? It's hard to tell with the lighting. All right, what's he doing? He's got paychecks. Oh, well, come on in, Andrew. Andrew, you're always welcome to come in anytime. And then once Ann saw what you had, she's like, oh, yeah, get him in. All right. Go ahead, Jeff. Next punch bowl.
Well, number 3. This is Frank's favorite segment of the week because we're going back to. Well, we'll get in a second here while Binder is doing the important work here.
Exactly.
To get everyone paid.
How did your picks go last week for you? How'd you do?
What did I even have on this show?
That's a good question.
What did I have? Let me.
Would you actually know? You keep track?
Yeah, well, it's in my email, so I know I sent them.
Okay.
Okay. In the game ones I gave out on this show, I went 2-1 because I had Cleveland and I had Oregon.
That's a win. The Cleveland Browns.
Yes. Yeah. And then I had Navy, which was DOA.
They didn't show up against Notre Dame. Yeah, I was
6 turnovers does you in, Frank.
I always root for Navy because my dad was a Navy guy. So anytime there's an armed force game, I'm rooting for Navy. I was excited to watch that game, and then I had to turn it off.
It was a disaster.
Have a good weekend, Andrew.
And we're on Finley Fridays.
Finley Fridays.
Friday picks. She has been awesome. 70 and 53.
Picking winners.
8-year-old Finley on TikTok has been awesome so far. All right,
so I want to see what you think of these picks for this week. So here's a little Finley. It's Friday Finley's risky picks. Okay, she's going Panthers.
Bad start.
Eagles.
And the Bears.
Okay.
And the Lions. All right, so I want to just say that for the year, 70 and 53, she was 8-8 last week, but she's still hitting at 57%. So what do you think? Panthers, Eagles, Bears, Lions.
Oh, boy.
Panthers,
Carolina's hard regardless. They're just so bad.
They're really bad.
And on top of being bad, they're obscenely injured. It's really bad all the way around.
Obscenely injured. I've never heard that term.
Lions, I think, will win, but that's going to be an extraordinarily difficult game. That's the best game of the week.
Green Bay, that's
by
a game
margin,
of the week. Absolutely.
At Lambeau Field. I want to see how healthy Love is before really being able to bet anything
not, it's
in
Willis,
that game.
Right?
Very good.
Malik Willis.
The Cardinals I like over the Bears, so disagree with young Finley
Cardinals
on that
is
one.
such a tricky team.
And what was the fourth one again?
The Lions. She likes the Lions.
No, I said the Lions. Already.
Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles will win.
Yeah. Who are they playing
They're
again?
playing Jacksonville. I don't know if they'll cover, but the Eagles will win.
Exactly. What's the line on that game? It's high.
7.5.
7.5. All right, Finley. I will agree. I'll go with Finley's picks. I'm not going to go against Finley. All right, let's do another one here. We might have time for one or two before picks at 12:36. What number have you drawn?
We only have 2 left anyway.
Okay, perfect.
So. Number 2.
Okay, I like this one. Here, I'll read it to you. Want me to read it? Or
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, it says, give me a baseball scouting report If a Sun Devil, screw this. All right, here we go.
What?
It was supposed to be, give me a baseball scouting report. If a Sun Devil was a real thing, what would they be good at? A Sun Devil. Because this clip is Arizona State Sun Devils I'm going to show you.
Can we see the clip first?
Well, I have to set the clip up. So what they do every year in this practice, they have they dress up for Halloween. So we have a bunt here by someone in costume. It's a monster bunt, as I call it. Is it A, Godzilla, B, Frankenstein, or C, Sully from Monsters, Inc.? Who's bunting? Which one do you think? Godzilla, Frankenstein, or Sully?
I'm going with Sully.
Going with Sully. Roll the clip. It is Sully. There you go. Look at the speed on Sully.
Oh, he looks great.
Quick first step. And
look at that.
Beats out an infield single past Spider-Man. And there's Spider-Man with his mask off. I don't know what he's doing. That's a tradition that Arizona State does.
I love it.
That's great. So I was just wondering what a scouting report
this was
on
a
the
missed
Sunday.
opportunity. Do we even have enough on staff to field a softball or a baseball team right now?
Jeff, you're preaching to the choir here. I would love to have can we get a South Point team together?
Well, but what? Two of us.
Matt and Everett would play.
Matt and Everett's 3.
Yeah.
Alex is 4.
Right.
Kenny's 5.
All right.
Vince is 6.
Ryan
and
would be 7.
Ryan's 8. Sean's 9.
We got a
have
team.
9.
And
we got everybody.
Ann's
I
coach.
said Ann.
Oh,
I said
okay.
Ann as a player.
Chris is coach?
I don't know. We don't need a coach.
But who
we can
are we
coach ourselves.
playing?
Hold on
I
a
don't know.
second.
Other hotels.
Hold on a second. Time out.
All right.
You are a championship-winning coach.
That's true. I didn't want to bring it up again as a player manager in my final league of organized baseball. I didn't want to bring it up, but I would be a really good coach. All right, we have one last one, right?
Number 5.
All right, number 5. Which one is this?
Steph Curry's back.
Steph Curry is back, ladies and gentlemen.
You also put the wrong matchup on here because
That's all right. Well, I
Ohio
figured-
State and Oregon played 3 weeks ago, Frank.
I know. It's Ohio State, Penn State.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is number 5. So Steph Curry. Who did Steph Curry pick in the World Series?
He picked the Dodgers.
Okay, so after
4 games to 2, I believe.
after the mess of the NLCS, Steph Curry gets back on the horse.
He liked the Mets, right? Let's see who Steph Curry's got this week.
What do we got?
All right, here we go. Steph Curry. All right,
Packers
so
and Lions.
it's Green Bay.
Green
That's
Bay.
right. All right, it's not college.
Wait, why are we? What's going on here? Oh, he has to spell win.
It has to spell W-I-N. Yeah, so here we go. And is Finley and the dog? Oh, no. Overtime. And no. And the winner will be the Detroit Lions. So that Furry and Finley. Oh, Furry Finley. Oh. I don't know. So Finley and the furry dog both think. What do you think of that game? You just said you.
I think this. I think this is.
You like the Lions?
Such a. Well, I don't. I need to see how Jordan Love looks before determining anything.
Yeah, I mean, Malik Willis played really well in the one game he had to come in after he was kind of jettisoned by the Tennessee Titans. This was the guy the Steelers were thinking between Kenny Pickett. Him coming out of Liberty with not a lot of experience, but he played well in the Green Bay system and led them to a victory. So, I mean, going against Detroit's different. I don't know. The game's in Green Bay, right? So, yeah. Jordan Love, if he plays, that's going to be
the only thing I will say with that game is that it is supposed to be not fun in Green Bay at game time.
Oh, really?
It's going to be 50 degrees and pouring rain at game time.
I was going to say 50 degrees is great football weather. Rain is
not so much. And Jared Goff, as we know, usually the line of demarcation is 55 degrees.
He likes to play in domes.
It's not like playing outside in the cold. So
interesting.
It is.
So again, for my fantasy team, I should
but also
start
a wet, chilly day is not good for someone nursing a groin injury. Which is what Jordan Love is nursing.
It's hard to stay warm. Yeah. Get the bike going. All right, it's time for picks at 12:36 and a half. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Who else is in the chat room there? Keith Lyle. Punchline picks at 12:36. There we go. By the way, speaking of picks, make sure you come down. You got 1 month. You got 30 days until the jackpot rivalry jackpot parlay card. Said something twice. But anyway, you can win $25,000 for just $5. Jeff, have you done any of these yet?
Nope.
It's all the good rivalry games you'll do.
I need to see. We got to get a little closer before I can.
I think
submit.
Alex is doing one a week. She said she's like spreading it out. So anyway, it's all the good, really good games, guys. Kansas State, Iowa State, Nevada, UNLV, South Carolina, Clemson, Michigan, Ohio State, of course. So make sure you come down to the South Point and do that. Jeff, what do you have for picks for us today? Chris, you're more than welcome to sit in if you want. Please. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Andrews is here. Chris is here. We did. Well, we got 2.5 minutes. We're going to get through these picks, and then it's time for Judge Andrews.
I'm going to give you the $5 bowl back.
All right.
All right.
$6.
Start. starting in college.
I could go buy another one with this $5 from the Jets Steelers bet.
Very, very good, Frank. All right. 2 dogs in college.
Okay.
They're not fun.
Okay.
Not fun ones because both of these teams are both Wildcats and they're not playing well at the moment.
Okay.
We start in Orlando. We're going to take Arizona plus the points at Central Florida.
Okay.
It's so bizarre in that conference where basically Kansas State is the only top-notch team that was projected to be at the top of the league that's actually there.
Okay.
The other teams that were projected at the top, Arizona, Central Florida, Utah, Kansas, all have been messes so far this year. They're all going to be lucky to make bowl games when it's all said and done, all 4 of those teams. And you look at this one, Central Florida's on their 4th quarterback now. They just fired their defensive coordinator. They're a big-time mess. Arizona's been a mess also, but we'll take the points with Arizona, plus 6 with Arizona. The other Wildcat I like, and I'm going against the market.
Wildcats. All right, good.
The other Wildcat I'm going with is Kentucky getting all those points at Tennessee. Now, this is the classic thing with Josh Heupel teams. They beat the snot out of bad teams.
Okay.
Now, we already saw Kentucky win in Oxford this year against Ole Miss.
It was a great game.
A big-time win, and really the win that probably will keep Ole Miss out, or loss, I should say, out of the college football playoff.
I wanted to see those uniforms for as long as
Auburn
I could.
Auburn really took it to Kentucky last week. Auburn was clearly the better team the whole game. They were nearly 7 yards of play. They won by 2 touchdowns in Lexington. This could become a season that falls off the rails here for Kentucky very quickly. But 17.5 is a lot of points. And if Tennessee rolls them, so be it. We'll take it with Kentucky in this one. And then the last one is an NFL pick.
All right.
And we will go with a favorite. And I know you like favorites,
I do like favorites. Oh, the Bills.
I think Miami gets rolled.
Okay.
The Dolphins needed to win last week.
Right.
That first game with Tua back, all right, we just looked bad because our quarterback was gone.
A little rusty.
And they were in control of that game for the majority of the game. And Arizona found a way to beat them at the end with the field goal by Ryland to steal that game. And the Cardinals are tied for first place in the NFC West all of a sudden.
That division is crazy.
But this feels like Buffalo just puts the hammer completely down. They destroyed Seattle last week. Now they return home where they've been pretty darn good at home so far this year. You look at their home games. They had to come from behind week 1. They beat Arizona by 6. They didn't cover that game. Other than that, at home. Now, granted, they haven't played the best of teams, obviously.
Right.
47-10 over Jacksonville, 34-10 over Tennessee.
Okay.
They've been great against inferior competition at home.
Excuse me.
Inferior competition yet again with Miami. I like Buffalo laying the points in this.
All right. And I know the over was a pick yesterday. Joe D'Amico likes the over. He likes a lot of points in that game. High-scoring affair. So we shall see.
It wasn't your pick? An over was not your pick?
No, my pick yesterday was I skipped a pick because we had Brendan gave a race car pick and Joe gave 3 picks. Looking at this weekend, I'm going to watch the Pitt SMU game. That's a lot of points. I know Sean kind of likes Pitt getting 8, but it's down to 7, I think.
7.5. Well, it might be 7.
Might be 7, 7.5.
Yeah,
one of the wise guys bet it's Pitt.
All right.
So the big Eli Holstein is in.
That
was the big question mark. He is cleared and ready to go tomorrow.
All right, I like Pitt in that game. I'm not going to bet it. I'm just going to enjoy it. But in the NFL, I looked a lot. The Steelers are off, so it always is I have to look at another game. But anyway, I like Tennessee Titans after getting crushed by Detroit. But Detroit had how many special teams touchdowns and defensive touchdowns? It was 3 or 4.
Almost 300 yards of return yards.
And New England, finally, they got the win against your Jets last weekend. I hate to bring that up again, but they're 3.5 points at home. I like Tennessee. I like Tennessee to beat New England in that game.
I should have just laid the price on Frank betting another favorite against us.
Frankie favorites. I mean, that's what I do, right? Here's my $5.
That was not on the board, by the way, Jeff. We weren't allowing that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there are your picks. We will have one more pick to end the show. We have Kenny White's dog of the day and then a cute dog clip. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the segment that's been sweeping the nation. Let's see here. It's time for Judge Chris Andrews, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Oh, look at this. Judge Chris Andrews. There's the gavel.
Oh, I like the graphics.
There you go. Well, there you go. So does Brendan Gaughan. Brendan Gaughan loves all the graphics. Now, you have the gavel, and I understand Ashley and Tom, everyone's been saying you've been using this back in the office, as I predicted.
I've used it occasionally.
Couple times. All right. And is there anything you want to start off with?
You have something to say?
That's good to see you, Chris.
Hi.
Okay. There you go.
Overruled.
All right. We have several topics here.
Well, you hit me with sustained last week.
Objection is a good one.
Yeah.
All right, let's not do that one first. We're gonna go with.
By the way, I see this. What was this?
You'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's for close up to help you. Come prepared. We'll get to that one. Topic 1: Name the best father and son duo ever to play in the NFL. We have a clip right now of Joey Porter and Joey Porter Jr. So Joey Porter Jr. out of Penn State, second year. His dad, Joey Porter, Steeler legend, came out, and he watches his dad come out. This is pretty cool. So that's your dad. Joey Porter still looks like he could suit up and go out there and probably get 3 tackles in the game.
All right, so it's me first?
No. Well, that clip's over. Yeah. So here we go. Now, I have some suggestions. I could run down.
Just run them through because I'm just curious to make sure of what.
And this list is as long as the national days.
Oh, that's good.
You got the Mannings, the Greaseys, the McCaffreys, the Longs, the Haywards, the Asante Samuels, the Gores, the Bosas, and the Porters. So
you know what?
Slow down a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
you know what?
Show that to Chris.
Yeah.
That's all.
You know what?
Well, I thought he had one ready to go, Your Honor. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry. Exhibit A.
Wait a second. Aren't the Bosa siblings?
Their dad played in the
Their
NFL.
dad did
too.
play, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, briefly.
All right. So, you know what? I'm not going to take the easy way out, which
Okay.
would be the Mannings or the Longs.
Okay.
Because, of course, Howie was a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Chris was pretty darn good himself. We obviously
Good
know
kid.
Archie, and then the 2 sons are both going to the Hall of Fame.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go off the board here, Chris,
Oh,
and I'm going to
right.
make it a current player. Because this guy's currently the best player in the NFL at his position.
JJ what?
No,
TJ
no.
what?
No.
Okay.
The Surtans.
Oh, Patrick
These
Surtain.
Surtans. I'm going to go off the board because Patrick Surtain Sr.
Okay.
was one of the most underratedly great corners of his era. And he hung around for a very long time. Now, he didn't play on a lot of winners. That's part of the reason that he gets forgotten. But he was, for about an 8-year stretch, one of the 5 to 10 best corners in the NFL. Now his son comes along, Patrick Surtain II.
Maybe even better.
And
He's
he
the best,
is the best corner by margin
Okay.
now in the National Football League. Part of the reason that Denver Bronco pass rush is as good as it is is because Surtain
Coverage
is locking
sacks.
down half the field
All right.
every single week. So
First
I'm
of
going
all,
with the Surtain.
First of all, Your Honor, it's nice to see you today, but I don't think you should be complimenting him already in the middle of his pitch. But
Wait a second. I want to throw
Objection.
No objection.
Objection.
overruled.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm just a simple Southern lawyer. And when it comes to football,
You're not
I
even
mean,
from the south part of Pittsburgh. You're from the North
Your
Hills.
Honor, I do declare that the Mannings from the South have done nothing but dominate football the whole time they play. It started in the SEC with Peyton Manning. Archie Manning played at Ole Miss. Eli Manning played at Ole Miss. They go to the NFL. They each win 2 Super Bowls. I rest my case with the Mannings.
He sounded like Foghorn Leghorn there.
I think I don't know if it's Matlock or Inherit the Wind.
Inherit the Win, yes. It was more
That's also
Inherit the
good,
Win.
too.
I got to go with Frank.
Yeah!
But wait a second. You left a big one. The Matthews.
That's a great one,
I
too.
did
The red
Matthew,
offensive
yeah.
lineman.
Yeah, I mean, and they each play whatever genetics those people had.
It was
I mean, they
Bruce
played
Matthews, right?
Well,
Gary
there's
Matthews.
Bruce, Clay.
Yeah.
Clay was really
Clay
good.
Jr.
But
was
he
there
was
too,
one that
yeah.
had a short career.
Yeah.
Bruce had a long one. Who else
He was
am
an
I thinking
Oiler.
of?
Well, then
the kid.
Well, then the kids
Clay
were Clay
Matthews for
Jr. and Jake.
Packers.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
they, like I said, whatever genes were in that family.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Big-
But
some
anyway,
big
Frank, I got to go with you.
Yeah,
Well, there you go.
I handed you the easy.
All right, we'll see you
argument
Monday with
there.
Alex White. Punchlines. We have more topics? Okay, hold on. All right, topic number 2. This is a list in front of you of real NCAA player names. Now, we have the graphic of this, right? The real All-American, first-team All-American, right? It's, yeah. Do we have that? There they are. Okay, so you guys can see them at home. So, as you can see, there's a lot. Why don't we run down a few, Jeff? What do you like? Always right?
Always right is great.
Reminds me of a joke. The guy says, I was looking to marry Miss Right. I married Miss Always Right.
That's always right. Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Supreme Cook is good.
Gob, Gob.
Supreme Cook's also a hell of a player too.
Is
So.
Jizzle James?
Tennessee Rainwater's good.
Moses Hips. All right.
Look, where else? Churchill Bounds is good.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
All right, so take a look, Jeff. Which one do you think is the best name on this list?
Well, I'm just gonna go because we all like to be always right. That's the best one. We sometimes look at these ridiculous names and say, what was the parent doing?
Yeah,
What's
right.
going on here?
Naming them Jeff.
Why are we doing that? Why are we doing this to the kid? Very good, Frank. But this is perfect. Like, you want to set your kid up for success. What's better than setting up the kid for success with naming the kid Always Right.
Always
It's
Right
perfect.
Strong. All right.
Absolutely perfect. Very, very hard to beat. Honorable mention, real quick.
Yep.
To Solo Ball.
That's the
Your
Honor.
Which is also a tremendous
Your Honor,
name.
he's taking my evidence. Your Honor, he had locked in with a name. Your Honor, and I
approach the bench.
All right. It was a sidebar, Your Honor.
I'm not
I also like
jury.
Solo
Forget you
can-
heard that.
Strike that from the
Striking
record.
that
Strike that from the
That's
record.
okay.
Yeah, strike that from the
That's
record.
okay.
Habeas corpus. I like Tony because it's just ridiculous what the parents said that it's Tony. And then when he scores, you could go, Tony has done it again. Feels good. It's a 90s hit. No? Okay. All right. I'm going with Jizzle James just because JJ Jizzle James. I mean, that's just a good name right there.
You know that's Adrian James' son, right?
I did not know this, Your Honor.
I didn't know that. Is that right?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Jizzle James?
Yeah.
Where does he play? At Clemson?
Cincinnati.
I can't read. All right, Your Honor, this is a tough one. I didn't give much of a case, but Your Honor.
Jizzle James, always right. Boy, that's
Here we go, Your Honor.
that's a tough one. I still have to think. I know in the game of what's the game where you play Scrabble?
Scrabble.
There's no two Z's.
Right. There's only one Z unless you get a blank.
So they're only you could get a blank.
Get a blank. You could do it with a blank.
I hardly get one Z, a blank, and a J.
That's true.
That was how I would figure
One
they'd
Q.
come up with that name. I gotta go with Always Right. It's just a terrific name.
All right, Your
So,
Honor.
That
All right,
one goes
we're
to
tied.
Jeff.
Ruling for
We're tied.
Parles.
We're
All right.
tied.
All right.
You got one to
let's
break
see
the
here.
tie?
What's that? I have two. I'm trying to think which one.
But
I'd
boy,
be
there's
better
some
at.
good ones on this.
Oh,
There's
there's
some
some
great
great
names.
ones.
KU, Gob.
Tennessee Rainwater. We've talked about.
Tennessee
Thistle
Rainwater
Bounds.
is good. Po' Boy King.
Po' Boy King's good.
That's
too.
a good one,
Why
man.
did we not go with Po' Boy
Po'
King,
Boy.
for God's sake?
If anybody came with Po' Boy King, I was rolling in their favor. That's a good
I
one.
was going to go with that one, but I forgot.
Because I love a good Po' Boy.
Oh, my God. You got to go to New Orleans down there for that. Okay, let's see here.
I will say one other one real quick
Please.
on there. If George Washington III was actually George Washington Jr., that would have been the one. Kind of like Mississippi State's quarterback right now. The kid's name is Michael Van Buren Jr.
Oh, my God.
But when it shows up on the bottom line, it's
Buren.
M. Van Buren Jr. And the first time I saw it, I'm like, wait a second here.
He's been dead for 200 years. He has a kid.
8 years old. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go to Bronny Nets and Net. So we know that LeBron James Jr., Bronny James, scored his first National Basketball Association points. He got 2 points. And Cleveland, very classy. They welcomed them both back. There we go. So here we go. This is a really nice move by Cleveland. They let him have the net. They let him cut down the net afterwards because it might be the only 2 teams or 2 points he ever gets in the NBA. We don't know. So, Your Honor, the question that I believe I get to go first on this time.
Go for it.
What's the best thing about Cleveland? Nothing. The floor is yours. Now, I would say the best thing about Cleveland is when you leave Cleveland, there's a sign that says Pittsburgh 130 miles, which means you're leaving Cleveland. That's all I got. That's all I need. That's all I'm going to need to win this
one. Can I even really compete with that, knowing the biases that are here real quick?
You got to
Say the case.
Nolo contendere. Is that?
I don't even
what's
know.
the best thing about Cleveland?
It's Michael Simon,
Michael Simon,
the chef.
Oh, okay.
The celebrity chef, Michael Simon.
And
who
have
is-
you heard of this gentleman?
What is
Never.
what is going on?
I only
here?
know
He's got
Bobby
restaurant-
Flay
he's got
and
restaurants
Gordon
in
By
Ramsay.
the
town
way,
here.
he is a Greek too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit!
So,
Darn it!
You're out of order.
I am not being held in contempt of court. No flag on that. I didn't know he was Greek. Yeah. All right. Go ahead. Who gets the ruling on that one?
I got. Well, come on. You kidding me? It's got to go to Jeff. Yeah. Although, boy, I'll tell you, two strong hands. Heading to Pittsburgh and a Greek chef. I mean,
Greeks, you got to stick with your
you know,
Greek.
I as soon as you did that question, that was the only thing that came to my mind was Michael Simon because I.
Well, you got to
figured-
mention the Rock and Roll Hall of
that's
Fame.
pretty good.
Well, that's what I thought. What's the best thing about If you would have said that, he might have.
But I knew you would have no clue who Michael Simon was, so that's why I knew I'd
Well,
have to use
and by the way,
argument.
we want to talk about the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns have who this weekend?
Chargers.
They have the Chargers. What's the line on that?
Chargers small favorite in that one.
Yeah,
1.5.
on the road, 1.5
I actually
point
like
favorite.
Cleveland in that game. So
Jameis Winston kind of gave this team a lot of life. So I had Cleveland last week too because I just thought I didn't have him to win, but I had him to cover 9 against Baltimore, and that was fun.
Well, you can never underestimate the removal of a horrible quarterback that is not popular in the locker room on top of it.
Exactly. And with the fans.
And replacing him with a guy who, yes, Jameis is. We got the whole Jameis experience on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
We got amazing throws. We got, what are you doing, dude, throws.
And the pregame speech you got, too.
We got the great, like, Jameis. I know you guys will disagree with me. Jameis is the most entertaining player in the entire NFL.
I don't know if I would disagree. Yeah,
because
I think it is.
Because the great thing about Jameis is anything is possible, good or horrible, on every single snap.
Well, there was a rumor when the Steelers were looking for a quarterback that he was a name that was out there, and I'm like, I don't know if my heart can take that. I mean, he's going to throw for 300 yards.
Oh, and he stole crabs on the way out.
We can't let out of the South Point. He'll raid the crab legs over at our clam place.
By the way, one more good thing about Cleveland.
Please.
I have an old girlfriend from Shaker Heights, right?
Okay.
I know she's not listening, but I'm still not going to mention her name. She's married now. Let me just say she was a lot of fun.
And Pepper Pike, Shaker. What was the line on her? Let's take a look. We have Cleveland's not. Look, I love the Flats. The Improv was a club I played down there a lot because it was only 2 hours from Pittsburgh. I don't hate Cleveland like everyone you're supposed to. Had a lot of good times. Pepper Pike, we had a comedy club out there that we played. Hilarities. It's comedy. So I did a lot of work in Cleveland. I've never been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is a sin.
I haven't either.
Oh, my God.
My wife's been there a couple times. I haven't been there.
I have not been there. All right, we do have a final one we can talk about.
Can I just bring something up real quick because I just saw this here? I'm going to ask you a question, Frank.
Go ahead.
And I'm just curious his answer because I want to see if he gets who this gentleman is.
Okay.
Okay. What does this gentleman do as his profession?
Okay.
The guy's name is Jude McAdamney.
Okay.
McAdamney.
I don't know. That's Jude McAdamney. Okay.
He is going to be the Giants kicker this week.
Are you serious?
And he will be the first ever Gaelic kicker in the National Football League. Hello, Northern Ireland.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I have no idea what to do with that information.
Just throwing it out there. It's an amazing
What is the
name.
Giants line now? They're the Commanders.
Giants are 3.5-point dogs at home against Washington.
Well, he's going to miss a kick. So right there, take Washington. This guy can't hit it. Are you kidding? He's going to be drunk if he's Irish.
Who was the first soccer-style kicker?
Jan Stenerud was the last first soccer style.
He was not. Jan Stenerud was not straight. He was Mosley was straight ahead.
Mark Mosley was straight.
MVP Mark Mosley.
Yeah, he won the MVP. We talk about this one. I still can't believe it was the strike here. First soccer style kicker. Yeah. What's the initials?
Well, there was 2 brothers that came into the league at the same time. There's PG and CG.
Oh, my God. Not the grammatic.
Pete Gogolak and Charlie Gogolak.
Jesus, really?
Yeah. I should have got that.
That came from that style, right? It's And why they never thought of that before, just doing this.
I don't know.
Mark Mosley.
There's so many things. Why didn't they think of that before?
Why is anything in baseball anything, for God's sakes?
When did they think to put the ketchup, standing on its head?
Yeah.
Why didn't they think of that earlier?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's just and make it squeezable.
That's great.
I did have one last one here, and it was just to break down, take sides on the Ohio State-Penn State game.
I'll give you the floor. I'll take either side. Whichever one you don't want, I'll take.
Your Honor, as a Pitt Panther basketball and football fan, I have grown to never like Penn State, but Happy Valley is a great place to go for a visit, to visit your friends. I like Penn State in that game at home. I will just say Penn State since we're getting close on time. Jeff, you will break it down more intently. What do you have?
The great Chris Felica, real quick.
All right.
With some numbers.
He's there, by the way. He texted me this morning.
Oh, yeah?
The great Chris Felica. Penn State has lost 12 straight regular season games versus top 10 opponents.
Jeez.
Penn State has lost 14 of their last 16 games as an underdog. Both of those wins coming at Camp Randall against Wisconsin over the past few years. And then the last one, James Franklin is 3-17 against Michigan and Ohio State, including 1-9 against Ohio State.
Look, I hate Penn State.
That's my argument for the
You're out of order. It goes to Frank.
I got it because he's wearing a Penn State shirt, for God's sakes. How can you not read the room?
For what it's worth, I hope Penn State wins the game.
Yeah.
And of course, I've told the story. I was watching the Penn State, Ohio State across the street when a Penn State won.
Yeah, that's right.
And an 80-year-old guy wanted to fight me on the way out.
Unbelievable.
By the way, very quickly.
No,
so
take your time.
one year we went to the Ohio State-Michigan game.
Right.
Never made it to the game. We got way too drunk. Didn't make it to the game. My one friend.
Were you with the girl from Ohio? Is that
no. It was with a bunch of guys. But my one friend, he still lives in town. I'll mention his name, Johnny Greco. He's one of my very best friends, all the way from kindergarten.
Wow.
He's a little bit of a character. So there's a girl walking in, to this bar. And remember the song at the time, She's a Brick.
Oh, yeah,
house.
the Commodores, sure.
So she was walking by and he goes, She's a Brick. And he never even got the H out. The boyfriend was across the bar and nailed him. And my cousin Zach, again, Zach's still here, my very best friend in the world. Zach's a strong kid.
Right.
He had to jump in and break this thing up. And not the first time he had to stop Johnny Greco from getting his ass kicked either, by the way. But we were all great friends all the way from kindergarten.
Every time I hear the song Brick House, I will now think of that story.
He never even got the H out.
Jeez. All right, so what do I do on a weekend without a Steeler game? I guess I watch Green Bay and Detroit.
I think you have a very relaxing weekend.
I didn't have a Steeler game last Sunday either because they played on Monday night, and then I had a relaxing Sunday because they played on Sunday night the week before. So I don't know. I'm gearing up for the Pitt SMU game tomorrow, and then on Sunday Detroit and Green Bay. So there you go. What do you got plans for this weekend, Jeff?
Who knows? We'll watch some football, and that will be.
Maybe I'll come down Sunday and watch in the room with you guys.
You are more than welcome.
I'm thinking about it.
Don't miss the Breeders' Cup.
The Breeders' Okay. Well, I was going to talk about this.
You can go upstairs. It's the best party. Or the bad part about the party upstairs, it's all horse players. They won't even have the Penn State Ohio State game. I mean, they won't. I'm serious. You can bring your phone. But you could be in the race book here.
Yeah.
Or in Grandview, and you can at least run back and forth. And
so Vinny was telling us yesterday that upstairs is going to be great for the Breeders' Cup tomorrow.
There's about 800 people, and everybody, and I just had lunch with Michael Gahn, and we were talking about everybody in town gouges you for every penny. You walk in the door, you're stuck $200.
Nope,
before
not here.
You park for free, valet's free.
Yep. Beers are like,
we lose $10 million a year in the restaurants. Yeah. And that's not a joke. That's what we lose, $10 million a year in the restaurant. Because Michael said he just wants traffic. He brings people in.
He sure does.
Like I said, look at the joint today. Okay, it's going to be packed.
Yeah.
Check on Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon. The joint is packed.
Just look in the parking lot.
Yeah. You mean the parking lot you can never find a spot in when I'm running late. When I have time, there's always spots right up front for me. I actually parked way over here. I have a new system. I'm over there because I got to hit the business center to print out the script. So there you go. New system, everyone.
There's a lot of parking area.
Yeah.
There's tons of parking. There's a parking garage you can park. There's tons of parking.
Frank's a very smart man. He fools you a lot of the time. It's hidden underneath.
Ladies and gentlemen, two things. We're going to end with also mentioning upstairs this weekend. Matter of fact, today you can go upstairs. We have a South Point blood drive, which is very near and dear to your heart.
I forgot to mention that.
It is today until 6 p.m. upstairs in the Brunswick Center. Chris is a big proponent.
Without blood, I would not be here. I had about 60 transfusions. Yeah.
Wow. So
before I got my transplant,
go upstairs and give blood. Come down to the South Point, enjoy a game or whatever, but get upstairs. And then we're going to end with Kenny White's dog of the day. Kenny White's dog of the day today is the Detroit Pistons, I believe, plus 6.5. Plus 6.5. They are playing. Cat. They're playing. Who are they playing?
They're playing the Knicks.
It's
up to 7 now, so you can get an even better number on that.
Okay.
If you wanted.
So there you go. So he likes the Detroit Pistons, and we end each show with the dog clip. What dog clip do we have today? I don't remember. Which one do we have here? Dog costume contest. Oh, this was excellent. It's dogs dressed up for Halloween. We'll end with this. We'll see you on Monday with Alex White. I'm Frank Nicotero. Thank you, Jeff, Chris, Vince, Sean, Ann, Caden, Keith, everybody. See you next time. Punchlines live in Nevada every show. Dog clip.
We got Baby Bear.
Let's give a round of applause.
They're calling for you. They're calling you.